There's truly something so unhinged for me to be talking about fall fashion and fall trends when I am dripping in sweat right now.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexis Sunshine 83 here. So yeah, you see the title. It's still August. In my defense, I was going to wait until at least the end of August to make this video, but fall fashion videos kept popping up on my YouTube recommended for the past week, and I just can't hold it in any longer. Fall fashion is truly superior. Even though I live in Southern California, we don't get real fall weather until like November. I just can't help but start now, and a lot of the things on this list are tailored to implementing fall style, but for more my weather, which can range from 70s to upper 80s. I'll say it now, these fall trends aren't revolutionary. I don't even know if they're actually trending. It's kind of difficult with these videos because it's not necessarily like trends. It's more just like styles I'm into and I'm calling them a trend, but if they aren't actually like trending, are they really a trend? Is it just like, oh, I like this style of pant, but I'm calling it a trend even though it's not a trend because it's not actually trending in the mainstream, so it's not a trend. But I don't know what else to call like this video. So I don't know if these are like trendy. It's really just fall stuff I'm liking. I will be wearing a lot of these I already own and always wear during the fall time, so I'm excited to whip them out. Everything I talked about in my fall 2024 trends video that I liked, I still absolutely love and will absolutely be wearing this fall. I also do have some things that are on my thrift wish list that I'm hoping to find that I guess are trends, but again, it's just like styles that I like. The first thing isn't necessarily an only during fall time trend. It's just that I haven't been able to wear it because it's been too hot, and so I'm going to be able to wear it during fall time and all year round, honestly, just not summertime, and that is flare jeans. I've really gotten into flare jeans in the past 6 months, so this is probably one that I shouldn't be including as a fall 2025 trend because it's something that's, again, all year round, but I truly don't think I've been able to fully enjoy it because of the weather, and my first chance of enjoying flare jeans is going to be during fall time. I think the reason I do really like flare jeans for specifically fall time is just the silhouette and like draping that they give, and then the layering that you're gonna do with like the top portion with the jeans and like over some boots. It's beautiful, and bootcut jeans look amazing with boots, but there is something, especially for my more like chunky boots, like actually heeled boots with bootcut jeans, beautiful, gorgeous. But my more like platform one, kind of like there's no heel, it's just a big platform, they just don't look as good with a boot cut, but with the flare, the way that it lays, and so I think that's why even more so I'm like leaning more towards flare jeans for fall, because of most of my boots being more like chunky platform versus that like heeled look, which I still love and I'm going to continue to do, but it's just more variety. I can put those heeled boots with a flare jean, but I can also put a platform boot with a flare jean, and it's going to give an amazing and fantastic look with both of them. I don't know why, but I have been craving green boots, like a dark or muted olive green boot, not a neon or a pastel green boot. Back in 2020, metallic green cowboy boots were super big. I owned some, and I always just found them really difficult to style because of, now kind of looking back, where my preferences in style and outfits is, like they just never went well, and I think this more like muted dark olive green just feels so much more natural, but also adds a pop of color, but in a very like not super like bright in your face, I'm wearing neon boots. It just like goes with all the colors, and I feel I own a lot of pieces that could really benefit with a pair of green boots. Doc Martens recently came out with the Buzz high boots in an olive green shade, and this I don't know why or how it just like really hit me, and I was like, those boots absolutely, I need them. They are so cute, so different. I love the Buzz sole that Dr. Martens has brought back. It's inspired by their 90s shoes, and I am so here for it. This one isn't specific items, but more styles and vibes that I'm really, really into for the past year, honestly, but I think really are going to thrive this fall 2025. And the major thing is like a dark boho vibe. It could definitely just be summarized as whimsy goth style, but even like 2010s boho style without the cultural appropriation. The flowy, the knits, the patterns, the colors. Oh, I am feeling deep, deep into my soul. And with that 90s witchy, think The Craft, Practical Magic, duh. I've been watching Buffy and I cannot shut up about it. The outfits are just so good. Phoebe Buffay, I would literally wear every single outfit that Phoebe Buffay wears in Friends, and I feel in this moment I finally have a good amount of pieces that are really aligned with that. Not exact copies, not copy and paste or anything like that. Like, I do not have the exact items, but more in my lens still, like items that are inspired by things I've seen her wear, but in my own way. I then have other inspirations that kind of bleed into my style. A lot of early 2000s. Who would have thought? I wouldn't have. I think it was just like the early 2000s style I always saw was just very not me, and I think a lot of it was very costumey. In the early 2000s, there were so many different styles, and that's one thing with Buffy and the outfits that are worn in that, especially with the season that we're on now. It's in 2001, like early 2000s, like those first 3 years, that style is so inspiring to me and so different than the 90s inspo that I've gotten for so many years that I still love and is still part of my style, but like it really kind of expanded my mind on like what silhouettes to put together, what things to experiment. I feel like I've really experimented a lot in the past year, and also the 90s interpretation of the 70s style, like because in the 90s, I mean, everything has been inspired a lot of times by a different era. In the 2010s, that was heavily inspired by 90s fashion, and in the 90s there was a lot of inspiration from the 70s. You think of also in this, was it the 60s or the 70s? I can't remember off the top of my head, but there was a Renaissance revival, and kind of just seeing how different eras in time interpret then different fashion. And I feel like all of the inspo I am getting is all like connected, and it feels so fun. Even Mary Kay and Ashley style that has been popping up on my Pinterest, and obsessed. Once we finish Buffy, which I think we're on season 6, I know that there's 2 more seasons, or like the season that we're watching and then there's 1 more season and then that's it. Once we finish that, we're gonna watch Charmed because I've never watched it before, so like just get ready for that inspo and me not shutting up about that. I still pin like their outfits on Pinterest, but I don't know the context. Sabrina's outfits, like the witchy outfits are just so good, and I feel I haven't been able to properly live that life because it's been too hot. So I am counting down the days to like fully lean into this. I have a couple pieces that I have been wearing and like trying to make work in 90-degree weather, but like once I'm in my final form in the proper weather, I cannot be stopped. Oh, kind of related, but not really related, but it's going to provide me much fashion inspiration, so I just wanted to mention it in this one. The Last Dinner Party is coming out with a new album on October 17th, and I just know their outfits are always so good. It's so whimsical, but in this like wearable sense. Also, oh my gosh, how could I forget? Florence, potentially, I don't know. There was like a little video on Instagram, so I am assuming there's gonna be a new album from her, which I am really excited. I mean, her style is obviously the blueprint forever. I'm gonna go through this one fast because I've already been talking so much about it and I know you are sick of hearing about it, but Bratz style, I am flabbergasted that it has taken me this long to go back and look at their outfits, and I'm sure also people that are owning the Bratz are kind of styling them with clothes. I don't know like what's actually like out of the box and what isn't, but all of it probably is Bratz styles. I don't know. on Pinterest, there are just so many good outfits. The shoes, the makeup, the hair. Today I tried to do something different with my hair. I am trying not to put as much heat on it, so I may start doing some wacky hairstyles. Please don't be mean to me. I just had to put Bratz as a fall 2025 fashion trend alone because that is how much good inspo I am getting. Some of the outfits can lean a little too Y2K baddie, but I can still get inspo from that of maybe changing the skirt or the top, maybe the top not being as cropped. Maybe I would go for like a more baby doll style top, but the colors and just the really cool construction of the pieces, the pants that they put these Bratz dolls in, like you're kidding me. A lot of the jeans are flare jeans, so that also could be why I am even more so leaning into flare jeans because of Bratz dolls. I just mentioned with the Bratz one, baby doll tops. And I wanted to also put this one in its own section because I would love to find more baby doll style tops, like early 2000s baby doll style tops, especially with wearing more low-rise to mid-rise jeans. Sometimes, okay, I'll admit it, I don't want to have to worry about my underwear poking out of my jeans or my butt crack showing. You know, there's a time and a place, and sometimes I'm just not in that mood. And so going for a baby doll style top is like that perfect solution, and it gives a similar effect of dresses over jeans, but in something that's way more comfortable and way just more manageable than wearing a full-on dress with jeans, because it's kind of longer than a normal top. It's kind of like a tunic, but not fully because it's flowy. Kind of reminds me of peplum, but like in a loose, very flowy, very boho way. That's why I want to mention the dark boho vibe, because I think that really explains a lot of the things that I'm into. But this one I wanted to shout out because I am directly wanting to find more baby doll style tops like the ones I've shown. We all know I am team poncho princess. Once I found the perfect vintage poncho at a market, it changed everything. Like, I always wanted to be a poncho princess, but I never found the perfect poncho. And so I was like, oh, poncho princess lifestyle is not for me. And then I found that one and I can't stop wearing it. And I just recently found another amazing, gorgeous, fantastic poncho on Depop. And it's like my dream poncho. Like, this is the poncho I have been looking for like 2 years, and I'm not going to show it. I'm not even going to give you a little hint of it. You're going to have to wait for a future thrift haul. Colors that I would love to find in bags, jackets, accessories, tops, skirts, dresses. I guess I could just summarize it of just colors I am into and that I want to wear for fall 2025 that I don't really own. I maybe own like 1 or 2. So this is definitely on my thrift wish list, is mulberry, maroon, and burgundy, all very different. I took a screenshot of them all next to each other because even I was like, wait, what's the difference between all of these? There is a difference, and I love them all. Another coloring I wanted to shout out is I have been leaning more towards going for brown versus black, which if you know me, I used to only own black shoes. I still love black shoes, still wear black shoes, but I have been swapping out outfits that I would normally wear with just black for brown, dark brown boots or a brown jacket or a brown skirt versus black. And I think it just adds something so different to the outfit and has made it very fun to wear the outfits that I always would wear black with, and wearing it with brown, it feels like a completely different outfit. And I think it also kind of takes your eye at looking at all the pieces in the outfit versus when you're wearing black shoes or fully black, you kind of lose what the outfit is and all of the details. Again, love a full black outfit. I'm not saying I'm not going to wear it, but I've been opting for going with brown versus black, and that's something I kind of want to continue to do and kind of experiment with this fall. I actually did get these brown boots from Doc Martens. They are suede, which I said suede shoes are a big red flag when it comes to shoes. I will just not buy suede shoes, and I still stand by that because with that platform, the suede isn't touching the ground. Like, it's not as close to the ground. And so my issue with suede boots is like them just getting stuff on them, and I just didn't like the look of it. But because of the platform, like nothing is going to actually touch that suede part of the boot. And then also it has the leather right there, so a lot of the suede is off of the ground. So for me, I don't know why, these like are totally fine. I've been wearing these instead of any of my other black boots, and I think it really has made a difference with my outfits. And I mean, they're also really cute and very comfortable, surprisingly. And a lot of my black boots are not comfortable. I would usually go for like my Unif boots, and those are like the worst pain ever, but gosh, they are gorgeous. And so in outfits, I would normally go with my black Unif boots. I've been putting these instead. So much more comfortable, and dare I say, a little more cute in some cases. I recently had an epiphany that just really like changed the way that I looked at this specific item. And I know that sounds dramatic, but I have been struggling with this for years, and that is sunglasses. In the 2010s, square sunglasses were really, really big. And then as we went into the 2014s, circle sunglasses were really big. And I felt like the styles kind of went back and forth between like a cat eye and a square and a circle. And I think the square glasses kind of started coming back in the past like 3 years, but then before that it was a little bit of the smaller like early 2000s glasses. And then with the like office siren, we were seeing those were like more glasses, not really sunglasses, but I would say the smaller lens like glasses, sunglasses, sorry, this is like sounding really confusing. The sunglasses were way more trendy and what I was just seeing everywhere. And I've been trying to find a pair of sunglasses that I will actually wear for years. I know it's so bad. It's so bad for my eyes that I don't wear sunglasses, but like every time I bought sunglasses, I hated them. I thought I looked so silly, and I tried so hard, but no sunglasses made me feel cute enough to then wear them. And I had bought these. This gives 90s, but for some reason I just think I look so silly. Every single sunglasses I would put on my head, so ugly. And not ugly sunglasses, ugly on me. I looked silly every time I went to the thrift store, every time I went to a flea market. When I went to New York, I was hoping I would find some vintage sunglasses that like I really liked. I went to, what's that one called? The place that like sponsors everyone but will not sponsor me, which kind of hurts my feelings. They have an actual store, and I went to it and I tried all their sunglasses, and I was like, what is wrong with my face shape? What is going on? And then I recently went thrifting for a sponsorship I am doing that actually went up today on my Instagram. I found these sunglasses, which are so early 2000s kid me. Like, this is what I wore, the big bug-eyed sunglasses. The smaller sunglasses were kind of trendy in the actual like early 2000s, but these, like, I remember my sister owning glasses like these, and I thought she was so cool, and so I wanted my own. And they are big bug-eyed sunglasses, and I have never felt more confident in my life. I don't know why it took me so long to finally try these again. Even if I actually look really silly with them, I feel confident in them. I like them, and all the other sunglasses, even if they did look fine, I didn't like them on me. I hated them. And these, like, I think they were what, $4? They also don't move around, because that's a big thing, is I wanted sunglasses with the cushion on it because they would always fall, any of the other ones that didn't have it. These don't fall. They are like so perfect to my head shape. I don't know how I got so lucky. The brand is Foster Grant, and the big-eyed sunglasses are not just gonna be a fall 2025 trend. This is gonna be a lifelong or longer, maybe a lifelong trend for me of sunglasses that I like. So this is gonna surpass fall time, but I wanted to mention it because I literally just thrifted them like a week ago, and so get ready to be sick of seeing me wear these. I never wear sunglasses in videos, even if it would like go with the styling just for like the outfit. I won't wear them because I think I look silly and stupid. And again, even if I do look silly and stupid in these, it doesn't matter because I don't think I do. Leather jackets in the fall isn't anything new. It's not original, but I just want to shout it out because it is such a core part of my personal style. I have a red leather jacket. I have two different style black leather jackets. I have my long brown leather jacket that I thrifted last October that I am just dying to wear again. And I'm just mentioning that I'm very excited to whip those back out. Also, honorable mention is corduroy jackets, like the ones I'm going to show right now. I do really like them. I do not own them. So this is actually on my thrift wish list, but it has to be perfect. I find a lot of them are just a little bit too fitted, and there has to be this like happy medium of not too loose, but not too fitted to where it's comfortable. I could wear a long sleeve under and I would be fine and not uncomfortable. When they're like too fitted, I'm never gonna wear them because I'm too uncomfortable, and I can only wear it with like a tank top, you know, like it has to be that happy middle part, which is going to take forever to find, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna throw it out in the universe as being on my thrift wish list. High ankle shoes were really big, I want to say like 2 years ago when ballet core was really big. I actually had gotten some like sneaker tie-up, almost ballet style shoes, I think on Depop or ThreadUp or something like that. Very cool. The idea and look of them, so interesting, especially because so many sneakers are quite basic. Nothing wrong with that. There's some interesting sneakers, don't get me wrong. I'm just like not a sneaker person. So seeing a sneaker style and like comfort in a different way was so refreshing. Although because I'm not a super sneaker person, it's because I'm not really into like sporty style, and I don't think it really like aligns with my style, and so I never ended up wearing them, and so I said goodbye to them. Since then, there have been so many different iterations of this type of concept. Unif has made one, Doc Martens recently made one, but it has a pointy toe. Honestly, they're perfect, especially the red pair, but it has a pointy toe, and so like I can't do a pointy toe. Lazy Oaf made a really cool like chunky version, but again, just way too sporty for my style. But Doc Martens came out with another pair of like lace up shoes, Mary Janes. I guess they're kind of like Mary Janes. I don't know what I would call them, but with the buzz sole, like I already mentioned, so kind of 90s. However, the coloring just really isn't me. So I'm hoping that they come out with a black, like full blackout version. I don't think they're going to, so this would be something I will never own. But if they literally made those shoes, but in black, I think would go really great with my style. It has that chunkiness, but it also has a round toe, which I think just is so aligned with my style and with all of my bottoms. And I do really like that lace up detail just in a full black version. Super random, but I would really love to find a paperboy hat or cap. I don't know what they're called, these, but in a corduroy possibly. And yeah, that's it. I would just really love to find a hat like this. I would like to try it on before I buy it, which getting it secondhand, number one, finding it is gonna be, wow, that is gonna be a needle in a haystack, especially in person. And number two, I've had lice before, so I don't really like to put hats on before I wash them. So I'll have to maybe measure my head and then have that measurement. And if I find it in person at a thrift store, measure that and then see if it'll fit me, because I think this could go with a lot of my outfits and just a cool look, because I don't think beanies look good on me, and especially with my outfits. I love my Vivienne Westwood vintage beret. It's so gorgeous, and I would love to find a leather beret. That has been on my thrift wish list for probably 4 years, and I've yet to find it, and that's okay. It's still on there, but I think a paperboy hat would be easier to find, maybe, and could go with more. So I just wanted to shout that out to let the thrift gods know. Paperboy hat, please and thank you. I think that's all of the fall 2025 fashion trends slash styles that I wanted to talk about today. There's actually so much more that I am excited to wear for this fall, and that's on my thrift wish list for this fall that I actually talked about in my summer trends video that I think kind of crosses over into fall fashion, my fall fashion, and then even more that I already talked about in my 2025 trends in the beginning of the year. So there's so much more I'm going to be wearing, I'm excited to wear, and that I'm currently looking for that I talked about in those videos that I didn't want to just repeat. I'm sure I did repeat some of them. I tried to like verify so I didn't just like talk about the same things over and over again. If I did, hopefully I added something interesting and like new to the conversation that I've already talked about. But if you're wanting even more inspo, fashion inspo, watch those videos. A lot of them, like the summer ones, I could always layer like a jacket. Let me know what you're into for this fall, that you're going to be wearing for this fall time, what's on your thrift wish list. If you would like to see my face again, then make sure to subscribe right down below, and also follow me on Instagram, which is alexsunshine83. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!